Approve na gabi po sa inyo lahat, mga kaibigan. Ako si Elaine Fuentes at inaanyayahan ko po kayong samahan nyo kaming muli at tulungan kayo. Sama-sama nating tuklasin ang mga pamaraan tungkol sa mga palatuntunan, proyekto, programa ng gobyerno at ng mga pribadong ahensya at organisasyon na sadyang ginawa po para sa ating kapakinabangan. Of course, nais naman namin ibahagi din ninyo ang inyong reaction at session sa ating email at fanpage na naka-flash po ngayon sa inyong mga screens. Makilawak na kaibigan dahil ito'y programang para sa inyo. Dito walang alinlangan dahil dito turo namin ang mga pamaraan. Ito ang approve. Gawin natin to. Chemistry. Siguro napakunutang noon ninyo, naalala ninyo, mga high school pa kayo, no? Isa yan sa mga sakit, no? Baka muntik na ako, hindi nakagraduate because of chemistry. Pero alam niyo po ba, mga kaibigan, chemistry is all around us. The applicability of the knowledge is everywhere mula sa inuupuan mo, sa kinakain mo, sa sinisinghot mo na hangin. Merong involved na chemistry dyan kung ang pag-uusapan natin ay analysis of what's in there. Meron po isang organisasyon, the Integrated Chemists of the Philippines, na katuwang ng gobyerno para mapataas o manatiling mataas ang kalidad ng practice nitong propesyon na ito. Nakikipagtrabaho sila sa iba't ibang mga sektor para mapaunlad at lalo pang mapalawak ang kaalaman. Sila po ang ating kasama ngayon sa ating palatuntunan. Aalamin natin kung ano-ano ang mga activities nila at saka itatanong ko na rin para sa ating mga young ones, sa ating mga anak, maganda ba ang career opportunities na ino-offer ng field of chemistry sa mga susunod na panahon? Ilan lamang yan sa mga sasagutin nilang katanungan, kaya huwag kayong aalis, magbabalik ang approve.
Isa sa mga sinasabing pinakamahirap na propesyon sa bansa ay ang pagiging chemist. Dadaan sa analysis at mga pag-aaral ng mga kemikal ang kursong ito. Kaya kapag ikaw ay nakapasa sa Chemist Board Exam, isang malaking karangalan sa pamilya at sa bansa ang mapabilang sa mga registered chemist. Lingid sa kaalaman ng nakararami, malaki ang tulong ng mga registered chemist sa ating bansa. Sila ang nakakatulong ng ating gobyerno sa mga kaso ng mga droga at kailangan ng mga analytical process. Ang Integrated Chemists of the Philippines o ICP ay organisasyon ng mga rehistradong chemist at mga chemical technicians sa ating bansa. Ito ay sa ilalim ng Professional Regulation Commission. Ang organisasyong ito ay mayroong mga isinasagawang pag-aaral na nakakatulong sa pagpapaunlad at nagbibigay ng ambag sa ating bansa. Mayroon itong 4 na chapters sa buong bansa: Bacolod, Cebu, Leyte, Negros Occidental, Panay, Northern Mindanao at Southern Mindanao. Binubuo ng mga board members ang organisasyong ito na pinamumunuan ni Dr. Fabian M. Dayrit, ang presidente ng Integrated Chemists of the Philippines. Siya ang ating makakasama ngayong gabi sa APRUB. Alamin natin ang mga impormasyon ng Integrated Chemists of the Philippines Incorporated. Ako po si Ellery Husay at APRUB sa amin ang organisasyong ito.
And we are back, mga kaibigan. Ang ating topic ngayon, very interesting at very intimidating for me personally kasi ito yung isa sa mga fields na hinahangaan ko kasi there are so many components and there are so many uses dito sa field na ito, pero ito yung field na for me or for somebody like me medyo mahirap. Kaya nga i-grill natin ang presidente ng Integrated Chemists of the Philippines, si Dr. Fabian M. Dayrit. Sir, magandang gabi sa iyo.
Magandang gabi, Elaine.
Yan, umamin na ako sa iyo, ha, na itong field na to, very fascinating for me, pero very intimidating also. For one, nung high school days, yung how how they bind with each other, how they ang tawag dito, yung nagbabanggaan sila, and then yung simple ingredients na wala namang action pagka magkahiwalay, pag pinagsama mo, parang wow, and this is chemistry.
Yes.
Okay, unang tanong ko sa iyo, sir, you hold a degree.
Yes.
A doctorate degree.
Yes.
And that doctorate degree is in what?
A PhD in chemistry.
In chemistry,
yes.
Talaga. Tapos ang iyong tawag dito, yung 4-year course mo, yun nauna, ano yung course mo?
I took BS chemistry.
Chemistry rin.
Yes,
okay. Yes. So talagang chemist na chemist ka?
Yes, chemist ako.
Okay. Hindi ko alam na there is a registry for chemists.
Yes.
Parang nurses lang, kinakailangan ikaw ay RN, registered nurse. Sa chemist, anong tawag doon, sir?
RCH.
RCH.
Registered chemist.
Registered chemist. And in order to get that, you have to pass an exam.
You have to pass the board exam for
Okay.
chemistry,
All
which is administered by the Professional Regulation Commission.
Okay. Kasi lagi nating naririnig mga kaibigan, no, mga pumasa sa bar, pumasa sa tawag dito sa licensure ng teaching, di ba? Sa mga dyaryo yan, nag-headline pa yan. Pumasa sa nursing. Parang hindi natin masyado naririnig yung pumasa sa chemistry.
Dahil actually chemists are very select group.
Yes.
Only about 800 or so take the board exam.
Okay.
Compare that with nursing, that's several thousands.
Yes.
And, well, actually, the chemistry profession, there are 44 or 45 professions.
Okay.
So yung mga binanggit mo, this is maybe just the 5 na naririnig, but there's so many others.
Right.
The chemistry profession was established in 1952. So it's been around for a long time.
Okay, so post-war, nandyan na siya.
Well, yes.
Yes.
And the reason, well, the main reason for a chemistry license is a lot of it has to do with ensuring quality products, safety. A lot of things require chemical analysis.
Okay.
We cannot export anything, any agricultural product, most products will need a chemical analysis. And a lot of safety things require chemistry, water quality,
Right.
pollution, you name it. A lot of times you will have chemistry. Even the materials, you export semiconductors.
Right.
The purity requires chemistry.
Right.
So anytime you want to know something about a material, you need
You go to
chemistry.
chemistry.
Drug testing.
Right.
How do you prove that someone is,
Right.
been taking drugs? Or
Right.
kung may sakit ng tao, you want to analyze, ano ba yung mga bagay sa katawan niya na kulang?
Right.
Chemistry rin yun. So
sa
chemistry is
isang
in a lot
taong
of things.
conception pa lang, it is chemistry.
Yes, well, of course, it's biochemistry.
Right.
But then, well, I guess the point is, if you want to know more about anything which is
Anything,
material,
yes.
chemistry is involved.
Okay.
But the profession of chemistry really applies to a special area, which is analytical chemistry.
Okay.
So these are things where you need chemistry to validate. Let's say you claim that this product is, 5%, whatever. That's chemistry.
Let's break it down to something that our viewers can probably relate to. Pasukan ng mga bata, nagkaroon ng mga testing para doon sa mga school supplies. Lumitaw sa mga dyaryo, lead content.
Yes.
Okay, so that is part of...
That's part of chemistry. In fact, if, you can have someone just say na it's whatever lead content, 10 ppm. But then that has to be validated.
Right.
Not anyone can just say that because you have to validate the methodology.
Right. Di ba naman pag tinignan mo ganyan, 10% lead content, you cannot. You have to go to break it down to the smallest tawag dito.
Well, in fact,
Construction,
you have to go into the procedure.
Yes.
Paano ba siya na-analyze na ang claim na tama na may 10 ppm ng lead yan? And that requires chemistry kasi you go into the details of the method.
Right.
So it's quite technical.
Right.
Many for agricultural products, kung sinabing may pesticide yan, pesticide contamination,
Right.
that requires chemistry and that requires a special procedure to prove that it's that much. So claims have to be supported by, by the correct methodology, and they have to be supported by the people with the proper training.
Right.
And that is where the chemistry license comes in.
Okay. And even itong pumutok na itong nagkaroon ng outbreak ng diarrhea sa kulungan natin, and they pointed to the water, and there was question kung tama ba yung chemical content ng water para mapatay yung lahat ng mga dapat na hindi nag-exist na organisms dun sa drinking water.
Well, that would be a mix because may microbiology.
Right, right.
So in a case like that, you have to break down, is the problem a chemical problem or is it a
Biological.
contamination or biological problem?
Okay.
So, I mean,
But
not
still,
everything.
chemistry is still there.
Yeah, chemistry is still involved. And you need a chemist to tell you what to do.
Right.
Pwede namang hindi chemistry yung kailangan gawin, but at least malalaman niya, is this really within the scope of my expertise
Right.
or not?
Okay. And, mga kaibigan, kahit yung mga may application sa inyong mga smartphones, meron tayong nakikita, quality of air. That's still chemistry.
That's also chemistry. Although, of course,
Yes.
in some areas, other fields come in.
Right.
So air quality, you need physics also there.
Right.
So may atmospheric physics.
Right.
But when you get let's say, marami yan, may filter.
Right.
So the filter, collects the air
Right.
particles, and then the soot in the filter gets analyzed,
Right.
and that would be chemistry.
Right.
So hindi naman lahat chemistry, but then
Ako, I disagree with you. Parang ngayon, looking at life from this particular pair of lens, may chemistry dyan involved. Parang everything, a lot of things, majority of things that we need on a day-to-day basis has chemistry in it.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the things you buy, kung may label dyan, ingredients,
Right.
that has to be proven. Everything you list there has to be analyzed.
Right.
And what's important is, if you export this, the country where you export it to will do an analysis. Kung mali yung claim mo doon, ibabalik yung produkto sa atin.
Right.
So it is very real economic consequences.
Right.
If we do our work sloppily here, and then our product gets exported, mas mali pala yung analysis, mapapahiya tayo.
Right.
And that has happened.
Okay. So ito ay meron pa rin sa trade at saka sa economics and sa finance and even the standing of the country as a trade partner
Yes.
globally. Okay. Ngayon, naintindihan na siguro natin lahat kung gaano ka-importante ang chemistry, no? Kasi this is one of the fields that can be sidelined because it's not very noisy. Not all the time. Pero it's just there. The services that they render, yung scope ng kanilang jurisdiction, napakalaki. That's why there is the Integrated Chemists of the Philippines. Now, Integrated Chemists of the Philippines is the recognized professional organization.
Yes. It's the accredited professional organization.
Okay, when we say accredited professional organization, what does it mean?
Under the Professional Regulation Commission, each profession will be represented by one organization.
Yes.
And for chemistry, it's the ICP.
Okay, of course, when it comes to the law, Integrated Bar of the Philippines.
Yes. Well, yes.
Sa law.
Yeah.
And then, yung sa ibang mga practices may ganun din.
Yeah.
Accredited sila, ibig sabihin they work together with the licensing body of the government.
Yes.
To push forth yung talagang magandang takbo nitong
Yes,
profession.
yes, yes.
Okay. Sabi mo ay 1952?
Yes.
Ito. So, ibig sabihin, 1952 pa lang, aware na ang mga Filipino that there is this profession.
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Kasi, as we know, it's not a very popular field.
I would agree with you there.
Not many people take it because, it's not taught very well in high school. I think that's a big problem.
Yeah.
And of course, by its nature, it's admit it's not easy. But those who take it, if anyone who graduates with a BS in chemistry, alam mo na magaling tsaka hindi takot sa trabaho.
Right.
Kaya kung meron ka nakitang graduate ng chemistry, magaling yon. Kasi hindi siya natakot sa sa chemistry.
Right.
So, although it was the original chemistry law was passed in 1952, there were many things which were not followed, which were not implemented. So, and there were many revisions were required. So, we put together a new law, which is the RA 10657, and that is the Chemistry Profession Act, which was enacted in
Last year?
2000. Yes, the IRR was approved last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so I'm still absorbing that kasi 2016 lang na-approve itong RA 10657.
Yung IRR was last year. The law was 2015.
Okay, 2015. But before that, there was the RA 754.
Yes.
Okay, that was last year also.
754 was 1952.
1952. Pero itong 10657, ito yung
2015.
pinasigla, pinalakas, pinaganda na batas.
Yes.
At yung IRR, because a law is just a law, it's just something on paper unless meron ng IRR. Kasi ito yung magsasabi kung paano ipatutupad itong particular piece of legislation na ito,
yes,
law
yes.
na ito. So, 2016 lang siya.
Yes, April 20.
Were you
2016.
part of those people who crafted the IRR, implementing rules and regulations?
Yes, well, in fact, the crafting of the law itself was part of it.
You were
And then,
TWG. Technical
yes,
working group.
yes.
Okay, wow. That's good. Tapos, nandito na ngayon ang ICP.
Yes.
Okay. How is ICP doing
After the
law?
new law?
Yeah, after the
Well,
IRR.
it's really revitalized the profession. The old law, 754, focused mainly on the chemist itself, and there are many things which need to be changed. So we revised those, but we also included the aspect of chemistry laboratories.
Yes.
Because those need to be regulated, as well as we revitalized the chemical technician position.
Okay. What is a chemical technician?
Hindi naman kailangan na licensed chemist ang gumagawa ng lahat ng trabaho. So, the people who assist the chemist would be the chemical technicians.
Okay, so that's, kumbaga, sila yung nakakaintindi ng lengguwahe.
Yes, also.
Okay. Alright. Now, chemists, pag titingnan kasi natin, although napaka-crucial ng role ng chemistry sa ating araw-araw ng pamumuhay, but you don't hear many who would say, kasi I'm a driver, I'm a call center agent, okay, I'm a teacher, I'm a nurse. Parang wala pa akong nakasalubong bukod sa'yo. I'm a chemist.
Meron naman.
Pagka ba chemist, sir, ano usually yung career na pwedeng establish?
Actually, well, ngayon,
Give me the best ones muna.
Well, many people do, work in pharmaceutical companies.
Of course, yes.
They ensure the quality.
Yes.
There's a big need now for really good laboratories.
Yes.
Yung nakikita natin na CSI,
Right.
mga chemists yan.
Really, all of them.
I mean,
Or most of
they
them.
do sophisticated chemical analysis.
Right, right.
So, forensic chemistry is a very big area.
Malaking demand natin doon, sir.
Malaki yung demand. The PNP has a big demand for it.
Right.
Government agencies have a need for it.
Right.
So, product development, you talk about plastics, polymers, food.
Okay.
There's a big demand for
So
chemists in
manufacturing.
food also.
Okay.
Yes. So, product development would be chemistry, and then maintaining product quality would be, a lot of it would also be require chemistry.
Right. I had to ask that because I know your organization is very conscious of maintaining a high professional quality level in the service. Tapos
Yes.
marami siyang practice, and of course magkakaiba yan yung specialization niya. Although lahat ay chemist, may magkakaibang specialization. You mentioned CSI, of course, yung crime scene investigation, which is the tawag dito, meron dyan na chemist na meron din knowledge sa biology, meron ganung
Yes,
specialization. Okay, pagka naman sa manufacturing, of course, depende sa klase ng manufacturing.
Yes.
Kung food yan, kung chemicals yan, metal yan. Alam mo, napaka-controversial din ito because ngayon, with the advent of technology, YouTube lang yan, natututo na yung mga tao how to create something from very regular things.
Yes, it's true.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
In some instances, there are some that are really good. Ngayon, you said na sometimes, or you think that it has something to do with the deficiency in teaching chemistry in high school. And you also mentioned laboratories. Your school, the school where you came from, has a very good laboratory facility, but other schools don't.
Yes.
Okay. So, ito ba ay, kasama ba ito sa tinitingnan din ng ICP, how to best give education, chemistry education to the mid-level?
Well, ICP is certainly concerned with it, regarding it, but hindi lang naman ICP ang chemistry organization. So there are other chemistry societies. For example, there's the oldest chemical society is the KKP.
KKP.
Kapisanan ng mga kimiko sa Pilipinas.
Okay.
Chemical Society of the Philippines.
Okay.
That was established in 1936. The KKP is mainly more interested in research aspects of chemistry.
Okay.
So we do not regulate research. ICP, the chemistry law, is about the professional practice.
Yes.
Yung mga kailangan pirmahan, certificates.
Right.
Hindi naman lahat ng chemistry ganun. So research, of course, you do research, and that's not regulated.
That's another department of the practice.
Yes, it's another. Well, yes, I wouldn't. It's not a professional practice.
Okay.
So it's not.
Aspect.
Hindi siya sakop ng chemistry law.
Okay.
So we separate the parang the legal aspects of chemistry from the
From the research aspect.
research. And then there's also chemical education, chemistry education.
Right.
So there's also a society, the Philippine Association of Chemistry Teachers, that focuses on basic chemical education, especially secondary. Lalo na ngayon, K-12 na. So yung STEM track with chemistry, you have to put a lot of attention to that. ICP itself does not deal directly with that, but we certainly discuss all of these problems within the federation.
Right, because it's the integrated
Now, well, ICP, there's ICP, then there's the KKP, and then there's the PACT. Then there's also a chemistry students organization. We're under the PFCS, the Philippine Federation of Chemistry Societies.
And you have forums to discuss this?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we have an annual conference, and each society focuses on its own area of concern. So yung tatanong mo, are we concerned about high school basic education? Yes, we are. And we collaborate with the PACT on this.
There's a particular group of chemists also na ito naman yung tinututukan.
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right. And speaking of forums and conferences, maraming mga activities. This year, I think there will be a delegation which is who are going to be sent to Australia to participate. Because we are now citizens of the global community, we cannot restrict ourselves here. So hinahanap natin ngayon mas malawakang kaalaman at saka networking sa mga like-minded at saka like-skilled na mga professionals. We will talk about that when we come back. Ano na ang mga nagawa ng ICP at saka kung ano pa mga gusto nilang gawin this year and in the following years. Huwag po kayong aalis. And we are back, mga kaibigan. Ito ay yung palatuntunang APRUB. Ang ating pong panauhin ngayon sa ating tintahanan, ang presidente ng Integrated Chemists of the Philippines, si Dr. Fabian M. Dayrit. You want to know something very, very interesting, at least here in the Philippines. Sabi ni Sir Dayrit, umamin siya habang off-cam. Mas marami ang mga chemists na babae kaysa lalaki here. And then there's another country. Thailand. So, nagdi-discuss kami dito and we don't want this to be a gender war. So, let's leave it at that. Mas marami raw ang mga babaeng chemists dito sa about what is the percentage ratio?
I would say 70%, 65% would be women.
Wow! Ako ina-imagine ko palang, inaalala ko yung ating periodic table pa lang sa high school. Parang sumasakit na uli ang ulo ko pag memorize lang tsaka kung saan siya at tsaka yung mga properties niya. Tsaka kung ano yung magsasabog, kung ano yung magbabind. Hindi ko na siya matandaan ngayon. And that's just the basic of chemistry, which goes back to your point, sir, na ang kagalingan ng mga chemists natin has a lot to do with the education and training that they get sa kanilang middle school o dun sa secondary educational level. Okay.
Yes.
Pero sabi mo rin, sir, at par naman tayo.
At the college level, we're par with the
worldwide.
With the best schools in the world.
Okay. And this is one of the goals of the Integrated Chemists of the Philippines, to maintain a high level of professionalism and professional practice dito sa profession na to. And in that vein, meron kayong isinasagawa mga forums regularly?
Yes. Well, every year we have an annual the Philippine Chemistry Congress, which we hold every year.
And who are the participants here?
The participants are mainly, chemists. So we discuss updates, what's happening in research, what's happening in the profession.
How about the technicians that you mentioned?
Well, bago lang na pasa yung law, so masasama na rin yung technicians sa mga darating na na Chemistry Congress.
Okay.
And we have regular seminars, symposia that deal with specific topics. The ICP itself, since we deal with professional issues, we discuss topics along the lines of managing labs, laboratory quality, mga latest developments,
Right.
instrumentation, and other challenges facing the chemistry profession.
Okay. Now, in other professions, meron tayong nakikita ng mga tinatawag na prodigy. Early on, nakikita natin yung kanyang special gift or prowess or skill doon sa particular skill set na kailangan para sa isang profession. Do we also encourage or do we help, do we assist? I'm talking about the ICP. Doon sa mga paglaban natin sa abroad, sa chemistry.
Yes, well, in fact, the three organizations I mentioned, ICP, the KTP, PACT, we've all come together to put together a Philippine team that will participate in the International Chemistry Olympiad, which will be taking place in a few weeks. In this year, it will be in Thailand. So for the first time, we're sending a team of, I think, 5 high school students, accompanied by coaches. And so this has been a process. So we have a local elimination to select the best.
The cream of the crop.
Yeah, the best representatives. Then we also train them, and then we also raise funds so they can go
To support them.
to support them.
Okay. So, sino ang mga participants dito sa Olympiad na ito?
I mean, our countries.
No, other countries, yes.
Oh well, this is worldwide. So I don't know how many countries, but the big players are there.
Okay.
China, U.S., India, well, Thailand's there. A lot of European countries. European countries have quite a strong tradition in chemistry. So many of them have good teams.
So, how do you think we will do?
Well,
Do
this
we
is the
have a
first
good
time.
chance?
Well, we have very good representatives. So we're hoping and praying that we have a good showing.
Right. But this is the first time we're going to do this.
Yes, it's the first time.
And since Integrated Chemists of the Philippines, the members are practitioners already, it's good to know that you are supporting this kind of activity to push yung ating mga young ones.
Yes.
Para dito. Okay. Other than that, forum, symposia, and then ito yung Olympiad natin, what other activities have you been conducting?
Well, we represent the chemistry profession in various concerns and issues. For example, explosives. The government has regulations on, which is understandable. We have to maintain, ensure safety. So the government has regulations on chemicals that can be used for explosives. Also, and that would be with the PNP. And then there's also concern for pollution. So we work with the Environmental Management Bureau on aspects of pollution. So and then we also work with the Bureau of Product Standards. This is with the DTI to look into maintaining quality for our products.
Right. And when we say products also, have you been working with the Bureau of Fire Protection, with the DTI, regarding, because we are a tropical country, pagkatag-init, ang kalaban talaga natin dyan, mga sunog. There have been improvements in the, anong tawag doon? Yung mas madali masunog. What is your technical term for that?
Flammability.
Flammability. Do you also work?
Well, not specifically with
BFP.
Yes.
Okay, but the DTI?
DTI through the Bureau of Product Standards.
Okay, all right. Bureau of Product Standards, kasama ba dyan ang food products?
Well, they have different sections.
Okay.
So
meron doon.
Meron naman.
Okay, kasi
Meron din.
as something as simple as yung pampaganda ng kulay ng iniinom natin could be very, very bad for our health. Or if not bad for our health, pagka isa lang ang ininom mo, pagka nakalima ka niyan, there is an effect. So, kasama yun sa...
Well, maybe that should be aspects of the FDA. But there's also the Food Development Center, specifically for food. So we have chemists who work at the FDC.
Okay. Do you have services also like, kasi maraming question, for example, ako, isang ina ng tahanan, and I have questions about materials that my children will use or I will use in the house. I know that there is the DTI, but sometimes it's yung information na kailangan ko not readily available sa DTI. Meron bang, are you exploring at all yung thought na, because you are the experts here. So do you have a a hotline or a communication line where we can ask?
Well, but maybe to pursue your question a bit more. Nasa area na rin yung toxicology.
Yes.
So, ibang toxicology sa chemistry.
Okay.
So, we know about the the chemicals, the material, but then the specific effect on humans
The body, yeah.
would be more toxicology.
Right.
And then that's a really separate
Right. So what
area.
you're saying is that, halimbawa, ilan nga yung toxicity sa lead?
Actually, I'm not...
Yung
I don't
ppm,
have-
sinasabi si Sir.
Well, 10 ppm.
Okay. So, pagkaalam ko na yun, meron bang facility, laboratory, ang ICP to help with the government in analyzing?
Well, we don't have a lab ourselves, but we can certainly refer
Okay.
to accredited laboratories.
Okay.
So that's one of the activities that the ICP has been doing, is to help the PRC accredit laboratories so that alam natin na itong mga laboratory are compliant with the law.
Okay, we can trust them.
Yes.
Okay, mahirap. Baka laboratory lang yan, di ba? At saka, isa pa, sir, talking about professionalization, kasi dati, merong mga nagsasabi, and I don't know if this is just bad press, no? Yung mga murang gamot, or those that are mixed here, meron daw naging question sa quality ng laboratory. Was the ICP involved in studying this issue?
I think that's also in the area ng pharmacy.
Yeah.
So if it's, the formulation of drugs and even cosmetic products,
Right.
food, some of them would be in the area of pharmacy. So the pharmacists would probably be the first should approach if you're concerned about the quality of pharmaceuticals or cosmetic products. Dun sa mismong chemical analysis, dun papasok yung
ICP.
chemist.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Very, very specific ang service.
Yes, it's quite specific.
Yes,
So
which is good.
Yeah, so there are areas where we are the experts, but then there are areas where other professions are the experts.
Okay. This profession is not a baby, pero yung law na kumbaga nag-aangat sa kalidad at nagbibigay ng protection dito sa profession ito, sa field na ito, ay about a year old kasi yung IRR ang pag-uusapan natin. But now that meron ng ngipin, may pangkagat na, kumbaga, ang tanong natin, ano ang mga plano sa mga susunod na mga taon? I know that there is this Asian Chemical Congress na malaking event in the field of chemistry, and this is not just here in the Philippines. May itatanong tayo kay Sir mamaya. Kasali ba ang Pilipinas dyan? Paano ba tayo sasali dyan? Ano ba mapapala natin dyan? Kaya wag kayong aalis, sasagutin yan ni Dr. Dayrit pagbabalik na ang APRUB. Ating kasama ngayon, ang Presidente ng Integrated Chemists of the Philippines is Dr. Fabian. Dahil pinag-usapan natin, of course, the field of chemistry and what has happened in the past and what it has been doing. Kahit na baby pa yung batas, yung IRR ng batas, pero going strong and going even stronger. Now, there are, kasi when it comes to fields like this, kinakailangan mag-share because there are things that we can learn from other practitioners in other parts of the globe. And this is one of the advocacy now of ICP.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Isa-isahin natin, sir. Ano itong 17th Asian Chemical Congress na sa The Land Down Under ang venue?
Yes, and that's going to be held in Melbourne in July, 3rd week of July. It's organized by the Federation of Asian Chemical Societies. So this congress is held every 2 years.
Okay, biannual.
Biannual.
Yes, sir.
And actually in, I think 1996, the Philippines hosted the Asian Chemistry Congress.
Okay.
In,
we were the host.
yeah, we hosted it once upon a time in the 1990s.
Oh, okay. So, umiikot ito, sir? Parang
Umiikot,
Olympics,
yeah.
no?
So every 2 years it goes around, and we're thinking of making a bid to host it within the next 2 or 3 congresses.
Okay, malakas na loob natin. May IRR
Yes.
na tayo. Okay, meron ding 33rd Philippine Chemistry Congress.
Well, this is the annual meeting of the Philippine Chemical Societies under the Federation.
The Federation, yes.
So the ICP will be hosting this. So it rotates among the three societies. So the last one was just held last May. Last May. That was hosted by the chemistry teachers. The next year we're hosting it, and then the KGP will host the one after that.
And this is going to be in Manila this time?
Yes, it will be in Manila.
Okay, venue to be announced later. Okay, now chemistry is about, it's of course it's a science. Wala yung bias, basta science lang siya, knowledge lang siya. But there are instances like, for example, lumabas sa balita, why is there news, very bad news, about our coconut oil? That's chemistry, right, sir?
Well, it's chemistry, but it's also health.
Yes.
So there's an interface. The bad news.
But what is true?
What is true? Well, actually, the proof for that is, of course, it's a health issue.
Yes.
But then the health issue is also based on chemistry.
Right.
Because we're talking about the American Heart Association, and they have this campaign against saturated fat.
Yes.
And saturated fat is a chemical term. It refers to a certain type of fatty acids which make up coconut oil or other vegetable oils.
There's two I know, which is always talked about when we're talking about the heart, the health of the heart, the saturated and unsaturated.
Yes.
So what the AHA is talking about is the saturated.
Yes, actually they're simplifying it.
Okay.
First of all, there are different lengths of the molecules of saturated fat.
Okay.
There should be, if you knew your chemistry, it should
Which
be...
most people don't. So educate us, please.
There would be medium chain fatty acids.
Okay.
And then long chain fatty acids.
Okay, medium chain and long chain.
Yes.
Okay.
Medium chain would be fatty acids which have 6 to 12 carbons.
Okay.
And then long chain would be 14 to 18.
So almost
carbon.
double.
Well, it's just longer.
Okay.
The coconut oil is about 65% medium chain fatty acids.
Okay.
But the American Heart Association doesn't make this distinction. There's a difference in the way they're metabolized in the body, and that forms the basis of a lot of the, whether it, the effect on the body.
Right.
Now the other thing is the polyunsaturated fats. These are fatty acids which have double bonds.
Okay.
And the American Heart Association favors that you take a lot of polyunsaturated, which is actually bad.
Okay.
If you cook with polyunsaturated fats, like if you cook with soybean oil or corn oil, you produce free radicals. I mean, these are harmful.
Okay.
So actually, the mnemonic should be saturated fat is stable for cooking, unsaturated fat is unstable for cooking.
Okay.
So if you're using a vegetable oil for cooking, the best oil you can use is coconut oil.
Okay.
And that has its basis in the chemical properties of the compounds.
Okay.
So chemically, saturated fats are more stable to heat, and unsaturated fats are unstable to heat.
Okay.
They break down, they form free radicals, and so forth.
Yung sinabi mo, sir, na poly, yung double bonds, does it belong to the stable or the unstable?
Unstable.
It's the unstable.
Yes.
Okay. Ito, canola.
Canola is it's unsaturated.
So it's not good for cooking.
No, it's actually not very good for cooking.
Right. Yung sinasabi ni sir, kasi when you subject the oil to extreme heat, which is what we do pagka tayo ay nagpa-fry o gumagamit tayo ng cooking oil, nagpo-produce siya ng, because of the composition, nagpo-produce siya ng free radicals, and we all know what free radicals do. Okay? Ito yung bad elements na pag na-ingest natin could result to a myriad of diseases, one of them which is cancer.
Yes, cancer, inflammatory disease.
Alright, so what we're saying here is that yung saturated is more stable for cooking.
Yes.
Okay, whether long chain or middle chain.
Yes.
Okay, so walang difference yun masyado.
In terms of stability to heat, it's more or less the same.
It's the same, okay.
Yes.
So yung epekto sa atin, walang difference yun. It's just, they are
Walang
composed.
free radicals.
Walang free radicals.
Yes.
So, how can we I suppose the AHA is a very big organization composed of many professionals. Why do you think they came out with this piece of news or finding?
Well, actually, their paper didn't really bring in anything new. They just rehashed the old findings and then said there were certain papers which they did not agree with their conclusions. So sinabi nila, hindi magaling mga paper na yan. Ito na lang So they selected papers that were favorable to their position.
Parang pareho nila.
Oh, pareho na. And then they said, ano. So that paper actually did not bring in any new research results. They just rehashed old material. And then the ones which went against their position, they said they're not quality papers, so we'll put them aside. So that was what...
Ito kakampi, ito pareho na sinasabi natin. These are quality papers.
Yes, that's basically what they did.
Well, I hope that clears up itong kontrobersya na ito because according to Dr. Fabian M. Dayrit, coconut oil is still very good for cooking.
Yes.
Okay. So nothing to fear. Kasi alam po ninyo, marami tayong kayamanan pero may mga abundance tayo in some of the products, and one of them, of course, is coconut oil. Coconut oil has proven to be one of the products of this century because of researches in chemistry and other science fields. Napatunayan natin na maganda siya kahit sa balat. May mga health benefits siya. Health benefits dun sa mga wala pang sakit, pero meron na rin siya health benefits dun sa mga may sakit. Kahit sa pampaganda, meron din siyang...
Marami siyang
marami talaga.
Yes.
Okay. And is this, are we going to come out with a stand on this? Because we can take a very big hit.
Well, actually, the industry has been very active in countering this. Also, there's the Asian and Pacific Coconut Community, which is it's a group which was founded in 1969 by the UN. Members are 18 coconut-producing countries. It's based in Jakarta. The APCC also has a campaign to counter the AHA.
That's good. That's good. Okay, moving on from coconut oil. Another tawag dito, produkto na tinatanong din ito, petroleum jelly. Is it good or is it bad? O wag na 'yon kasi baka sabihin ikaw pa yung pinapag-judge ko. What is it? What does it do?
Well, petroleum jelly is a petroleum-based product. Okay. It's a mineral oil.
Right.
And it's to balance. It's applied topically on the skin for burns, etc.
Right.
And whether it's good or bad, well, I don't use it.
Right.
But for whatever you use petroleum jelly, I'll just use coconut oil.
Yun. Okay, very subtly said, but that was what I was hoping you would say. Kasi yung petroleum oil, dun lang sa pangalan. This is me talking. It's not the Integrated Chemists of the Philippines. It's not Dr. Dayrit. But when you say petroleum kasi, and then you say coconut oil, parang you make the deduction. All right. Sir, career opportunities. Meron pa ako isa si Bulinggit. I-encourage mo ba siya to go into the field of chemistry?
Well, first of all, I would, maybe let's separate it for training, for education, and then career. For education, chemistry is a very good basis for training kasi it really trains the mind.
Right.
I won't say it's easy because it's difficult.
Right.
But then that's the training itself.
Right.
The child grows up to meet challenges, kahit na mahirap papag-aralan. And that's very important attitude. And then on the practical side, you learn about materials,
right.
Food,
it's
cosmetics.
highly applicable.
It's very applicable.
Yes.
You can, plastics, environment, etc. So you can apply it to so many things. Now, dun sa career, being a professional chemist is just one aspect of the career. If you're really interested in, in quality, laboratory, analysis, that's that's what you do. But then there's so many other things you can do. You can develop, your own products.
Right.
Some of my friends, they do product development based on waste. Kasi waste products, like let's say you're making, let's say for example, calamansi.
Yeah.
So you're after the juice there, tinatapon mo yung peel. Ang daming magagawa sa peel.
Right.
So many waste agricultural products, if you know the chemistry of these materials, you can transform them into
Other products.
Into other products,
Right.
things of value.
That is so true. Kasi dito sa there's a study that's being done. Sugarcane.
Yes.
So after you extract the juice, kasi you can get the sugar from there, yung sapal,
Yes.
but meron pa siyang component na pwede mo siyang gawing alcohol.
Yes, yes. You can still use it for fermentation.
Yeah.
The fiber itself you can use.
Yeah.
Kung alam mo yung fiber. A very important field, especially for the young, would be nanotechnology.
Okay.
Material science.
All right.
Nanotechnology is, being able to control the the structure of the materials down to the nano level.
Right.
Ngayon, nasa micro is I don't want to be too technical, but nano is very small.
Yes.
But now with the skills, you can now control their properties.
Right. I'm laughing here because the irony is that there is a particular language na naiintindihan lang ng mga chemists. And when they talk among each other, okay lang yan, andali lang yan. Like for example, the word nano, we encounter it every once so often. Pero if we really analyze the meaning of it, hindi pa rin siya so accurate na katulad ng application sa chemistry. Basta alam mo natin maliit. Pero sa kanila kasi may micro, may ganyan, and then nano, kaya siya nano kasi yung kung ano talaga yung exact component niya sa the whole scheme of things. Okay, I'm laughing kasi that's why fields like this fascinate me because I'm in the field of communication. And when there is a challenge to communicate, it's fascinating for me kasi it's like just talking to you today, marami akong natutunan in another world.
Yeah, well, I have to admit, communication is something chemists need to learn.
Yeah.
So, we have many things to learn in terms of, sinabi mo nga, hindi sila nakikilala kasi many of those who pursue chemistry tend to be very precise. Yeah, kasi hindi magsasalita kung hindi sigurado.
Right.
And, siguro yung iba medyo nerd. So they're quiet. Magsasalita lang kung 100% sure.
Right.
So, communication is something we lack.
Right. Well, it's a challenge. Kasi kami, challenge naman namin, like for regular people like me, challenge namin how to understand the way that you explain things. Because it is very exact and there is a certain procedure na for people like me, could be very tedious. Pero sa inyo, that's it. That's how it is done. Walang shortcut, talagang yun yung gagawin. And that's the challenge for us. Challenge naman for you is to how to make us understand yung lahat ng mga procedure. Okay, so career opportunities from here until 10 years, good.
Oh yes, it's very good.
It's very good. So the vacuum, is there a vacuum for this profession?
Unfortunately, there is because
There is.
No, precisely because not enough people go into college for chemistry.
Yes, yes.
And also, we have to expand the number of universities who offer chemistry.
How is the government support when it comes to the profession?
Well, I think maybe 10 years ago, it was the number of chemistry institutions was dropping, but now it's, I think, stabilized and will hopefully pick up again.
All right. So could you give me your projection for this particular field of science in the next 10 years? Saan nandito? Is it going to lalakas ba yung pangangailangan natin? Lalawak ba yung pangangailangan natin?
In the Philippines, I think it's going to be stronger. I think that to convert our agricultural products into high-value products, you need chemistry.
Yes.
So, and there are many people who now see the opportunity and they're entering that field. Material science and nanotechnology are becoming more and more important. Right. And you work on there are many Philippine fibers.
Yes.
Carrageenan.
Yes.
These can be modified into other products. There's a demand for clean water. Kailangan ng chemistry to develop technologies for clean water. So I think the prospects, certainly the demand is going to be high.
Yes.
Now we have to bring in the the science with the funding with entrepreneurs and government support, I think
Partnership.
the partnership, it will be very good.
We have to solidify the stakeholders.
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned carrageenan, out of the blue lang. Ang carrageenan, is this the gel? Is this the...
Well, one of the finished products, yes, well, it's a seaweed.
It's a seaweed.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's farmed. It's actually a very important source of income, especially in Mindanao.
Right.
If we want to help our Muslim brothers, we should develop our carrageenan industry.
Right.
Where there's a lot of sea, like Tawi-Tawi, Zamboanga,
Right.
they produce a lot of carrageenan.
Okay.
And of course now carrageenan is being used in many food products and others, but
Is it a binder?
you can add it to many products
Okay. Carrageenan.
to enhance
Kasi pag
the
namimilengke
quality.
ako, pag carrageenan.
Yeah, it's in toothpaste, it's
Yes.
in food,
Yes.
it's edible, marami.
Samantalahin ko na yung mga question ko na personal. Ano naman yung nakukuha natin sa beef? What we extract? The gel part of it?
Well, that's probably from the bone.
From the bone, okay.
Yeah, to make,
So, ginagamit din yun kasi sa iba.
yeah, ginagamit din yun.
Alright.
Kaya hindi siya, akma sa Muslims.
Okay. Yeah, so dito lang yun sa atin. Okay.
Yeah, but there are alternatives you can use for those which have restrictions on using those.
Alright, dun sa
materials.
animal.
Yes.
Okay.
So, chemistry rin yun.
Right. So, kita mo nyo, mga kaibigan, ha, nasabi ko nga, nag-grocery lang ako, pagtingin, syempre, titingnan mo, no? Kasi pag nanay ka, titingnan mo kung ano yung mga ingredients yung binibili mo, lalo na yung sa mga packed products. Pagtingin mo, carrageenan, kaya nalaman carrageenan yun because of the field of chemistry. Okay, I think we have emphasized enough the importance of this practice and this field of science. So, I am going to give you about a minute, sir, to address the audience for your advocacy in the ICP, and also siguro to encourage our people to inquire more about this field, this very interesting and fascinating field. You have the floor, sir.
Yes, well, thank you very much. Well, it's been a really great pleasure. Thank you for this opportunity for
Yes, sir.
for allowing us to talk to you about chemistry and ICP in particular. The ICP, of course, represents the specific sector of chemists, the professional chemists, and it's our task to use chemistry to improve the products which need chemistry, as well as safety and other things. So that is the commitment of ICP, and we hope that the public will recognize the special role that the ICP plays for the country. But on a more general note, I'd like to encourage especially the young people not to be afraid of chemistry. Mahirap siya, pero maraming magagawa sa chemistry, and it's very interesting. I started chemistry because of my high school education. Magaling yung aking teacher nun sa high school. And I took chemistry because there's also an option to become a doctor, because my father's a doctor.
Yeah.
But the more I learned about chemistry, the more I enjoyed it. It was difficult, but I enjoyed it. And then I enjoyed it so much that I went on to do a master's and a PhD. And, well, I guess the thing to say is, if it's a material, if it's matter, then you can do something with it with chemistry. So, marami siyang opportunities, and I think the opportunities really depends on your interest and, what you want to do with it. You can take up chemistry but not actually practice chemistry. You can go into business. So, even as a businessman, malaking iyong advantage kung alam mo yung material, yung competition mo, hindi alam. So, there are many things you should consider so that you would learn more chemistry and appreciate it. Sige, maraming salamat.
Very well said, sir. As you can see, mga kaibigan, chemists don't have to be so, ang tawag dito, so, ang tawag doon yung masyadong seryoso. Okay, as you can see from Dr. Dayrit, he's a happy person. He can laugh, he can take jokes, he can laugh with me and my experiences. Siguro, sir, kung nung high school ako nakakausap kita, sabi mo, wag matakot sa chemistry. Wala rin, matatakot mo rin ako sa chemistry because it can be very intimidating. But there are people who only need to explore it in order to discover na yun pala yung gusto nila.
Yes.
Okay. You're very lucky kasi your background, your father was a doctor, And at first, he wanted to be a medical doctor. Pero later on, he became aware that the chemistry part is what interests him most.
Yes.
Okay, and he is now, and you are teaching, sir, right
Yes,
now.
yes.
Okay, and you are into developing?
Yes. So I work with the research on virgin coconut oil
Yes.
and on medicinal plants.
Yes.
And
You teach at Ateneo?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Well, sir, your students are very lucky. It was a pleasure to have you here. I feel like I am one of your students because I
Thank
learned
you.
a lot of things here. And it's not intimidating at all. Ang sarap kausap ni sir.
Maraming salamat.
Mas dadami yung mga magiging chemists ngayon. Thank you
Sige,
very
sana.
much, sir.
Thank you
sa
very
inyo.
much.
And
Okay.
our regards to the good men and women of the Integrated Chemists of the Philippines.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Mga kaibigan, ang ating muna kasama si Dr. Fabian Dayrit, ang presidente ng Integrated Chemists of the Philippines. Ang dami daw opportunity para dun sa field. Not necessarily as a practitioner of chemistry, pero once you have the knowledge, you can have a myriad of applications for it, even in practical life. So, ang mga contact details po ng ICP ay ifa-flash na po namin sa inyong mga screens. Get your pens and paper ready. Ito na po ang kanilang contact details. Minsan, ang isang bagay ay nakakatakot because we don't know enough about the particular subject. Halimbawa ay ang chemistry. Pagka pinakinggan mo, napaka-intimidating, parang nakakatakot, parang highly specialized. But after talking to Dr. Dayrit, we learned that the applicability of the science is very high. Ibig sabihin, kagaya nga ng example ko sa inyo, mamamalengke or mag-grocery shopping, pag tinignan mo yung ingredients ng isang produkto, it's about chemistry. At kung gusto nating ma-verify yung level which is safe, kasi ang nagpe-prescribe naman yan mga experts din, no? Level ng isang particular chemical ay safe para sa atin. It takes chemistry to know it. Kaya po ang Integrated Chemists of the Philippines ay nariyan para po pwede tayong magtanong sa kanila, pwede tayong mag-explore ng mga possibilities at pwede rin na sila ang gawin natin parang resource para sa mga anak natin should they wish to get involved in this particular field of science. Integrated Chemists of the Philippines. Lan tayong oras, mga kaibigan. Approve na isang oras, kasama po kayo. Tandaan, ito'y programang para sa inyo. Ito'y Martes ng alas 8 ng gabi. Kami po ay inyong makakasama. At your service, ako po si Elaine Fuentes at ito ang Approve. Gawin natin to.